Lord, I come before you in the fullness of who you are, the mighty one, the defender of the righteous, the God who rises in majesty and scatters every enemy that lifts its hand against your children. My heart cries out like the psalmist in Psalm 68, verse 1. O God, arise and let your enemies be scattered. Let those who hate you flee before you. Today I stand under the covering of that ancient and eternal cry, trusting that as you rise on my behalf, every force standing against my life will melt like wax before the fire of your presence. Father, you see the battles I cannot see. You know the enemies that hide in shadows, the attacks formed in silence, the plans whispered in dark corners. You know the burdens pressing against my spirit, the weight of warfare trying to pull me down, the assignments of darkness seeking to discourage, distract, or destroy. But Lord, you are the one who fights for me. Your word declares in Psalm 35 that you contend with those who contend with me, and that you take up shield and buckler and rise to my defense. So I ask you today, rise, O Lord, rise in your power, rise in your glory, rise in your justice, rise in your fierce love for me, and scatter every enemy lifting itself against my life. Lord, every enemy of my peace, scatter them. Every enemy of my joy, scatter them. Every enemy of my progress, scatter them. Every enemy of my destiny, scatter them. For your word says in Psalm 92 that the enemies of the righteous shall perish and be scattered like smoke. You are the God who breaks the bow and shatters the spear, the God who makes wars cease. Rise, Lord, and let every war waged against my mind, my purpose, my family, my health, and my calling come to an end by the power of your presence. Father, arise and scatter every voice of accusation, every spirit of delay, every chain of limitation, every cloud of oppression. Scatter every plan designed to derail my destiny, every scheme intended to frustrate my assignment, every trap set before my feet. Scatter the plans of those who rise in secret with envy, bitterness, or malice in their hearts. Scatter the forces of darkness that attempt to plant fear in my spirit or confusion in my path. Scatter the arrows that fly by day and the terrors that creep at night. Your word in Psalm 91 promises that no evil shall come near me, and today I enforce that promise by the authority of your presence. O Lord, arise and scatter every enemy that rises against my advancement. Let every mountain standing before me become level ground. Let every wall erected to block my blessing crumble. Let every closed gate open at the sound of your name. Let every hardened heart soften under the influence of your Spirit. Just as Psalm 68 declares that the wicked melt like wax before the fire, so let every force opposing my destiny melt away as you arise in your strength. Lord, arise and scatter every spiritual enemy, every invisible resistance, every unseen force draining my energy, my focus, or my passion. Rise in your fire and consume every darkness attempting to hover around my home, around my atmosphere, around my sleep, or around my relationships. Let the light of your presence swallow every shadow, for your word says in Psalm 27 that you are my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Arise, O Lord, and scatter every enemy attacking my mind. Let the fog of confusion disappear. Let the whispers of fear be silenced. Let the heaviness of worry dissolve. Let the voice of discouragement be muted forever. Lift up my head, O Lord, for you are the lifter of my countenance, as Psalm 3 declares. Restore clarity, restore strength, restore boldness, restore peace. Let my mind be fortified by your truth and guarded by your presence. Arise, O Lord, and scatter every enemy attacking my finances, my opportunities, my open doors. Every devourer that comes to steal blessings, scatter them. Every force of setback that comes to delay progress, scatter them. Every spirit that rises to close doors you have opened, scatter them by your mighty power. Let favor surround me as a shield, as Psalm 5 verse 12 declares, and let no enemy be strong enough to tear down what you are building in my life. Father, arise and scatter every enemy attacking my relationships. Remove every negative influence, every manipulative spirit, every deceitful tongue, and every harmful connection. Surround me with people who carry your light, who speak your word, who strengthen and not weaken, who build and not break. Let the peace of Psalm 133 flow into every relationship ordained by you, and let every connection not planted by you be uprooted. Arise, Lord, and scatter every generational enemy, every cycle that has limited my family, every pattern that has repeated through the years. Break the chains that held my parents and grandparents. Break the limitations they faced. Break the fears they carried. Break the losses they endured. Scatter every ancient resistance and release a new season of freedom and victory over my life and everyone connected to me. Lord, arise and scatter every internal enemy, every doubt, every fear, every insecurity, every weakness that attempts to sabotage my destiny from within. Strengthen my inner man. Fill me with courage. Fill me with faith. Fill me with fire. Fill me with conviction. Let Psalm 27 verse 1 rise in my spirit. The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Let my confidence in you silence every inner storm. O God, arise and scatter every enemy rising against my prayer life, my spiritual sensitivity, my hunger for you, my consistency. Let every distraction fall away. Let every weakness be replaced with strength. Let every desire to drift be replaced with fresh fire. Draw me near to you and establish me in a deeper walk, a deeper connection, a deeper hunger. Lord, as you arise, let my life shift. Let my atmosphere shift. Let my season shift. Let every barren place begin to blossom. Let every dry place receive rain. Let every closed chapter reopen with new grace. Let every promise waiting in the spirit realm begin to manifest. Let Psalm 68 come alive in my life today. Let God arise and let his enemies be scattered. And now, Lord, I thank you because when you rise, no force can stand. When you rise, no plan can remain. When you rise, no darkness can resist. When you rise, every battle bends to your will, and every enemy bows to your name. I walk forward with courage, knowing that the God who rises for me never loses a battle. If this prayer has strengthened your spirit, take a moment to share it with someone who needs it, and type Amen as your declaration.